How's it going, everyone? Today it is Tuesday, March 19th, 2024, and this is the video for today. So let's go over the pick from the last video, which was Pepsi. So we took Pepsi as a day trade in the last video, and I took a small loss on Pep. So I took it here and explained the reasoning as to why I liked Pep at the time and what I believed my market bias was. Pep continued nicely, but it hit some decently strong resistance at this high. So after I saw this move down, I was thinking, okay, this is not going to be a big winner, right? There shouldn't. This selling pressure was not in the game plan over here. We still held VWAP and we came up higher, and I took the loss over here, about a 50-cent loss on the stock. So not a big loss, but I didn't have the confidence to hold this overnight because my original intention was to day trade and I didn't want to compromise that. So if you did decide to hold it overnight, you could have taken a small win on this trade as it approached this downward sloping trend line coming all the way from January 3rd. But in our case, because we were day trading, we are going to give Pep a loss. So happens, and we continue to move on. So let's start today with our market bias on the longer term time frame. I'm going to delete this over here. But on the longer term time frame, you can see a couple of things. The first is, as I mentioned before, after the strong momentum here, the action has been kind of waning a little bit, and the market has been has been in this horizontal range ever since the March 6th. So support is on the bottom here around 508, and resistance is around 517 at the all-time high. A lot more red candles and a lot more back and forth, heavier volume in this range. So our longer-term bias is still bullish, but technically I went from a 3 bullish, which is as bullish as I can be, to a 2, where I'm still not as bullish because we're seeing the momentum waning, but there's no reason to believe that all these gains are going to be thrown out the window in a big market drop. So what would change our longer term bias? Well, something on the shorter term time frame needs to happen in order for our longer term bias to change. And the shorter term time frame, I am more neutral, right? Like we haven't gone anywhere in March. Let's put up the monthly chart. It's a big doji. We haven't gone anywhere in this month, right? We opened at 508. We've gone up $4. Look at every other month that we've gone up. All of these gains each month. No trend in March. So if you're feeling like, hey, I'm just not quite getting this whole trading thing, I thought I had it down in this run. Well, we had a really strong trend and now it's changing, right? If something is going wrong, you got to see what's happening in the market. Chances are those conditions are changing, not your strategy. So we know our short-term bias is neutral. Let's look at the price action for the last couple of days. And a lot of back and forth, right? Test this bottom range, come up, test the top range. Lots of volume, lots of choppy price action, and we're not really going anywhere. So you got to be careful on days like that we're seeing recently. I haven't been taking as many normal trades. I've been trying out newer trades and seeing how those work. But in terms of my core trades, I have some long swings and I haven't added to them yet because I need to see confirmation of support and strength from the market. The other thing, and the other reason I'm not adding to my longer term swings right now, is because we have the FOMC statement tomorrow. That's going to be some news, and the market is going to be pending that news information. So I don't want to take a whole bunch of swings into the statement. Now, if you're aware of the statement, you have a bias, you have an expectation of what it's going to be, maybe you've hedged appropriately, then you can take your swings because you've included the risk in your position, right? I think it's one thing to have an awareness of the FOMC statement and take positions with that knowledge. It's another thing to disregard that knowledge and take positions anyway because you won't be prepared for the volatility that's going to occur there. So swing traders, in my opinion, I'm not taking any new swings right now. The minimum is, to me, the market has to make a new high of the day. So you could have taken some swings here if you wanted the first, some short-term swings. I think if I pull up GPS, that was a nice chart. So nice M15 alert there. Take the trade at 130. So that's what I call that in a prior video. Get the alert here, take the trade, and you could have gotten a pretty nice, pretty decent win on a stock like this. What's the ATR of this stock? Well, it's not showing me here, so I'm just going to add it very quickly. ATR. And apologies for the change in layout here. I had to restart my option Stalker, so couldn't quite get the same color, but hey, we'll switch up the colors a little bit, make it fun. So ATR is about $1, so if you can take 50 cents on a move like that, you are in pretty good shape considering the time that we're here. So there is maybe a small opportunity for a short-term swing, but overall, I would take short-term swings very, not take a lot of swings sparingly. Hold on to the swings that you have that are performing, and see what the FOMC produces. So I personally feel that after a big move and we get a horizontal movement right here, the market might break out in either direction. And my bias in the FOMC statement is because the Fed is cautious and hawkish, which is a little bit more against what the market is believing, because the market has been typically more dovish in these last 2 years. They might splash some cold water. They might say, hey, we're not going to cut rates as soon as you guys think. Market's going to price that in. We'll get a little bit of a drop. I don't think it's going to change this major uptrend, but I think it will produce a short-term bearish climate, aka a dip. So I'll be waiting for the reaction for that. That's my bias, but we're going to see if that plays out. Let's look at the market on a day trading side here. So market, small gap down, established rope for support here, move back up, establish another leg of support here, move back up, and now it's holding the selling at the prior day low. So cleared this first barrier. LRSRI is up, one piece crossing up. I think this is a pretty nice time to potentially consider the long side. Now, a couple of things on the way. First, we know that this rally is not the highest quality. You can see the low volume. You can see the mixed candles, lots of tails and wicks. We make a move up, compress, make a move up, compress. So it's not going to be a go, go, go rally. The second thing is that to me, it's not as likely that we get a strong trend day, and we could see some sort of bearish reversal. So I'm keeping an eye out for that, and the price action that would dictate that, which would be a double top, lower high. I would get in on that bearish reversal on the short side, because what's prompting this buying here, right? Why is there so much buying in the FOMC statement? I believe it's going to be a pretty dead day. There's not going to be too much on either side. But in any case, let's look at what's happening on the long side, because the market is looking bullish at the moment. So we will trade it on the bullish side. So a couple things on heavy buy, GWN. And you can just look through the qualities of the stocks. I'm not as inclined to trade today, but let's just see what we can get over here that is looking nice. Okay, Microsoft trying to re-break out of its compression. Here's BAC. We want a stock with a good D1 chart and a good M5 chart. So JPM is continuing. Oxy could be decent, but it has to break out through some of these trend lines. So we want to see a stock that has been leading the way. Let's look at relative strength 30. See if we get any green dots here. So there's coin. Not a lot of ton of stocks. GE, that's one we are actually still in. So GE is looking good. Oh yeah, some nice volume over here. Excellent steady price action from this level. Got a little bit ahead of itself there, so it may come down to earth a little bit, but I like what I'm seeing in GE. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft is looking pretty strong on many time frames. So a bit of a bull flag here. Had some nice price action today. So it's above the prior day high. Well, a little bit of strength, but this is some nice steady price action. So I would say, IBM not as strong. Couple of red dots here. Let's see if there's anything on a red hot. There's Matt, AM, FI, ERJ. FI is not bad, but I don't think it moves too much. Let's check our M5 chart today. Pretty decent. So it looks like it's a steady grinder. Didn't gap down, held the gains. Choppy, broke through the high of the day, and now it's grinding higher. On a D1 basis, we broke through that trend line. This is a pretty long-term trend line, but there's not a lot of connecting points, so I'm not sure how much I would validate that one. FI is looking pretty good. We want to keep an eye out for this bearish hammer over here. That's going to be a sign that, hey, this move could start to reverse. So don't get overexcited. We're trading small size here. I think I do like FI. I think I do like FI. FI is good. Microsoft is good. I got a couple of, trying out a couple here. Bull SMA break, bull trend line break. Yeah, ERJ is looking pretty nice and steady. Yep, up. We're here, pulls back, moves up, pulls back. Just don't, it's a nice breakout. I don't love these D1 patterns personally. Let's see if I can get anything more interesting here. CAG, you can see there's some, I mean, it's hitting the SMA, but there also might be some horizontal support and resistance here. So you got to be a little careful. I'd like to see it get above this line, and then I'd be interested in trading it. But it does seem to have some head of steam here. And you can quickly check. The D1 charts are far more important than this M5 chart. But if we're day trading, we need a quality M5 chart. Like PPG is decent. It's not a bad M5 chart. It's a steady grinder. But it's got some stuff in the way. It's right at AVUAPI. UGL. It's like a DGX. LNTH. So I think our best bet is either going to be GE, Microsoft, or was that one? GE, Microsoft, or, oh, look, it looks like a TDW. Ooh, okay. This could be good. This could be good. Nope, that's a terrible M5 chart. I don't like that M5 chart. So, but this is a pretty nice breakout. Choppy stock, so you need to buy on an LRSI pullback, especially for something like that. CAT has been strong recently. Looks like it's taking a break today. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking GE over here. I am liking GE for a day trade. So what I would do is, yep, you can see this HA, this bullish HA reversal. So I would set an HA reversal alert, whoops, on this stock. And that would be my day trade pick. So let's create alert. Let's see if our HA reversal triggers. And yeah, that'll be our day trade pick for today. It's going to be GE. So let's put that down. 3. Going to add that to our YouTube picks. Okay, and we're going to conclude the video with just a quick look at how our other positions are doing. So MS, nice move higher today, trying to break above this prior day high. So it is well above our $88 horizontal support right now. testing a little bit, but ultimately holding that level. LIN compressing a little bit, pulling back to the ANMA, but still looking good. I don't love this bearish hammer, but we are right at this breakout support, so I expect that to hold. Wells Fargo is compressing, so not the best, but also not the worst. We're going to give this stock some time, but it hasn't been doing a lot of movement since March 6th. So after the FOMC, we could consider a diagonal. Now Netflix, we got to be patient with. Hit this high yesterday at 627, and we got in here around 619. So we're about $3 down on Netflix. Looks like it's making a nice series of gains today. Tested the support, coming back up, and you can see how choppy it is on an H1 basis, but it's steadily grinding higher. So that's why I've drawn these lines, and it was able to make a new all-time high at this level. So I believe it'll at least come back up and test this high over here, and I'm targeting somewhere around 630 personally on a price level, but I do feel that given this choppy, bullish action while the market has been going down or going sideways, that is a sign of relative strength, right? Let's put up the market SPY overlay very quick. Market has been going pretty much sideways. Netflix has been grinding up slowly, so I think it's gaining some relative strength, and the next pop up is where we are going to take our profit. So still feeling pretty good on that. And obviously, we are still in GE. We took it over here, and those are doing quite well. So that's the video for today. We're going to take a look at how our GE day trade performed tomorrow. And one final note here, because we're in a swing and we're also in a day trade, we're not going to do anything much. So we're going to take out of it so we don't over leverage in one position. So sorry for that alarm. I got to get going for a call, but we will continue and monitor our picks in the next video.